Okay, today we are meeting in the Civil Service Commission, October 28th, 2020. Present are Commissioners Michael Cassidy, Linda Jackson-Chalmers, and Thomas McNaughton, joined by Sandra Coleman from Human Resources and Lieutenant Decker from the Albany PD. Amy Levine. Amy, who are you with?
Corporation Counsel.
Corporation Counsel, Representative Amy Levine, and is there is a blank. There's two. There's COA Civil Service and a seal of the City of Albany. Sandy, can you help us with who that might be?
The COA Civil Service and the joint meeting are just the live streaming, so
That's fine.
there's nobody participating.
Okay. So we're going to call the meeting to order. Commissioner Cassidy and Linda Jackson-Chalmers, have you had an opportunity to review last month's meeting minutes?
Yes.
Yes.
I move to accept both the August and September minutes.
Second.
Okay, passed and carried. First, there's, the third item on the agenda is the establishment of lists. List 61-2223, senior custodian, exam date 3/14/2020, established 10/18/2020 until 10/27/24, with 7 eligibles on the list. List 61-103, head custodian, exam date 3/14/2020, established on 10/28/2020 until 10/27/24, with 6 eligibles on the list. List number 74-983, senior custodian, promotional, exam date 3/14/2020, established 10/28/2020 until 10/27/2024. List 74992, head custodian, promotional, exam date 3/14/2020, established on 10/28/2020 until 10/27/2024, with 2 eligibles on the list. List 62-787, senior rehabilitation specialist, exam date 3/14/2020, established 10/28/2020 until 10/27/21, with 1 on the eligible list. And list 63-210, senior human resources generalist, exam date 3/14/2020, established 10/28/2020 until 10/27/2024, with 3 eligibles on the list. Item 4, report of appointments to the competitive, non-competitive, exempt, and labor class. The Civil Service Office reported on the following permanent competitive class appointments. Andrea Richard, Compliance Coordinator in Administrative Services, effective 9/29/2020. All of these are effective 9/29/2020. All the following are within the Albany Parking Authority. Lindell Thomas, Public Service Officer Supervisor. Takesha Soto, Public Service Officer. Carlos Palat, Public Service Officer. Jamel Fortune, Public Service Officer, and Malcolm McBride, Public Service Officer. Civil Service Office reported on the following permanent promotion competitive class appointments. Both in the Administrative Services Department, both effective 10/16/2020. Tatiana Diaz, HR Generalist 3, and Vicky LaFleur, HR Generalist 2. Next item, the Civil Service Office reported on the following provisional competitive class appointments. Stephen Gepfert, licensed wastewater system operator, water and water supply, effective 9/8/2020. Ricky Brewster, Public Service Officer in the Albany Parking Authority, effective 9/22/2020. Marvin Carter, Sanitation Equipment Operator in DGS, effective 10/1/2020. Renata Morris, Sanitation Equipment Operator in DGS, effective 10/8/2020. William Melendez, Water Plant Maintenance Mechanic at Water and Water Supply, effective 10/14/2020. And Richard Bertham, Water Plant Maintenance Mechanic in Water and Water Supply, effective 10/28/2020. Civil Service Office reported on the following exempt class appointment. Christopher Ketch, Assistant Corporation Counsel in the Department of Law, effective 9/8/2020. Civil Service Office reported on the following labor class appointments. All in the Albany School District with the title of lunch aide. Brenda Larios, effective 9/18/2020. Yvette Porter, effective 10/16/2020. Rebecca Richmond, effective 10/16/2020. Vanetta Breedy, effective 10/16/2020. Tiffany Childress, with no effective date. Sandra, can we get that added in next month, please?
Yep. I
Thank you.
believe it's 10/16/2020.
Okay.
as well.
Let the record reflect that her effective date, Ms. Childress, is also 10/16/2020. Civil Service Office report on the following non-competitive class appointments. Casey Halloran, Water Maintenance Repair Worker, Water and Water Supply, effective 6/10/2020. Nicholas Roddy, Equipment Operator 1, DGS, 8/27/2020. Robert Wallace, Equipment Operator 2, DGS, 9/17/2020. Ajamal Hagare, Sanitation Worker, DGS, 9/17/2020. Rashmel Alston, Laborer 3, Concrete Prep Crew, DGS, 9/24/2020. Philip DeTano III, Labor Supervisor, DGS, 9/29/2020. Rashmel Alston, Equipment Operator 1, Street Cleaning, DGS, 10/8/2020. Sandra, is that the same person?
Yes, it is. He got put into a laborer 3 position and then applied for an equipment operator position. And because he's already a current member of the blue collar union with the city, he gets preference if he's the most senior. So they switch around a lot. This one just happened to do it within a couple of weeks. So
Okay. Justin Ortiz, Laborer 2, Golf Course, DGS, 10/8/2020. Dariel Murray, Laborer 3, Water and Water Supply, 10/15/2020. Jenna Comerford, Gardener, DGS, 10/22/2020. Kim Williams, Labor Supervisor, DGS, 10/26/2020. Khalil Carter, Laborer 2, DGS, 10/29/2020. Yasmiel Pina, Equipment Operator 1, Park Maintenance, DGS, 9/17/2020. Firefighter non-selection for a missed CPAT video, Denzel Pascal. Police officer non-selections. These were no-shows for background check packet. Justin Fahrenkopf, Connor Lukacs, Robert Vizioli, Derek Eagleston, John Rabideau, Chelsea Ryan, Jared Staten, Wasim Ali, Kyle Binkley, Stephanie Santana, Lisa Herrera, Nicholas Malatesta, Matthew Zell, Akia Owens, Enrique Rivera, Connor Scully, Michael Thompson, Fausto Anan, Jaron Childs, and Justin Taylor. The police department no show for physical agility test. Sienna Slingerland, Aiden Sobina, Megan Bazar, Ronald Brait, Tenny Braithwaite, Sophia Faulkner, Justin Neves, Michael Suchaki, Andrew Alakwa, Tristan Siltanen, Marwan Bakir, Nairea Bethea, Andre Timothy Lewis, James Phillips, Sean Hunter, Kamante Ross, Matt Traficante. Failed physical agility test. Is there non-select on the police department for a failed physical agility test? Jordan Barak, Erica Mitchell, Nolan Carroll, Christopher Cowell, Quinnell Grimes, Arthur Corman, Kajas Normantis, Razik Razay, Taryn Spear, Uzair Ahmed, Shannon Antonucci, Barry Betts, Erica Carter, Marissa Deso, Dane Forsland, Grayson Hayward, Anmol Marwaha, Nikesha Middleton, Ryan O'Donohue, Joseph Stiglmeyer, Richard Van Every, Dulfikar Al-Saraf, David Dingman, Edward Hartsfield, Axel Shikulaku, Shirley Graham Johnson, Eric Williams, Nicholas George, Mark Turner, Brandon Cosme, Carter Gibbons, John Hand, Jonathan Lambert, Noah Powers, Daniel Rodriguez, Joseph Walkup, Derek Anson, Michael Belcher, Delna Bordes, Brian Chappell, Austin Ellis, Jimmy Habib, Colleen Iverson, Hara Merritt, Tyler Neth, Nicole Phillips, Renee Stone, Sabrina Vignolesi, Bashir Dean, William Ferrero, Kodur Musa, Brian Stanchuk, and Avery White, all for failed physical agility. They are non-selected for the police department list.
For the appeals, just
Yes.
because we do go into executive session,
Right.
one, and Amy can correct me if I'm incorrect. One, you need to state who's going into the executive session. And then we've created now breakout rooms where we can put people into a separate room so it's not on the live stream. So I'll just need a minute to do that. And then we
Okay.
can start the executive session.
So we're going to include the you, the commissioners, and the representatives from the police department and fire department, and Amy Levine.
All right. It looks like we're just waiting for a couple more people to come out of the breakout room, the executive session.
Sandy, do they know they have to push the button to leave the meeting, the breakout?
I said it on the call, so I can text them really quick. Okay, Mike is going to dial back in because he was on the phone and the breakout room isn't, leaving the breakout room isn't the same as it is on the computer, so. He should be in just a few minutes.
Sandy, we're not going to have cause for Lieutenant Decker again the rest of this meeting, are we?
Nope, we have nothing further. If he wants to leave the meeting, he's not going to need to.
Might as well let him go so the chief doesn't holler at us for, overtime.
Overtime? Okay, gotcha.
Thank you very much. Have a good evening, everyone.
Thank you, Lieutenant. And who's Rebecca Campbell?
She is the HR generalist too from the Human Resources Office here. She is training under me for civil service.
Okay. Well, we probably can move on without Mike. Linda, I would make the motion that we do not entertain the appeals any further of the 6 candidates in the 2 respective lists.
I agree.
Okay, and let's move on to the next item then. How's that?
Okay.
Adoption of job specifics. Sandy?
The first one on the list is the Lead Hazard Reduction Grant Program Manager.
Right.
This is a newly created position under a HUD grant for the Albany Community Development Agency. And they are receiving a HUD grant for this program. So the 2 positions that we're adopting job descriptions for, or that you're adopting job descriptions for, are under this HUD grant. So the grant will be starting prior to
I'm back.
The grant will be starting prior to January, so these job descriptions were asked to be adopted so that we could start posting these positions and getting them interviewed and hired so that the grant can start as soon as possible.
Is that part of the lead abatement program?
Yes.
I would make the motion that we accept that.
Second.
Yep, I agree.
Okay. Next one, Sandy?
So it's the same thing, but it just
For both.
a lead hazard reduction program director. So this program director would oversee the program manager and any other staff that is assigned to that lead abatement program.
Okay, I would again make the motion, we accept that.
Second.
Okay.
Agree.
Okay. Let's see. 67. Next is, hold on a second. Next is amendment of job specifications. There's 3 items. Communications coordinator, risk assessor, and signing graphics director.
Okay, so the communications coordinator is a current position that already exists in the city and current job description that already exists. However, changes have been made as this title is being created in the water department for the 2021 year. So we've added reporting to the department head or commissioner and adding that they act as a spokesperson for the relevant department head, department, and board or authority. so that it can be used across the board in any department or agency that this position gets created. Increasing the knowledge, skills, and abilities of its knowledge of Microsoft's Office software from good to expertise in that, and then adding knowledge and experience in social media management.
Okay. Sandy, question, how many items are going to fall in the budget? How many items with this title are they looking at?
There's one that currently exists
Mhm.
that works in the community development agency, but also works for multiple departments. The other is being created in the water department.
Okay.
And the qualifications are going, the education is staying the same, but the years of experience with a master's is going from 5 to 3 and a bachelor's from 7 to 5. So those are the only changes.
Okay. I'd make the motion we accept.
Second.
Passed, carried. Next is risk assessor.
The only change to the risk assessor is, well, there's 2 changes. So this job description has not been updated since 2002, as this position did not exist for quite a few years.
Right.
I believe the last time it was in existence was 2014. Under the lead abatement program, this position is being reactivated under that program. So updating the knowledge of, it currently said IBM compatible computer with Windows 95, Excel, and Master Spec. So we've deleted those and just put working knowledge of Microsoft Office Suite. And then under the special requirements, the position had to possess a risk assessor certification and also a lead inspector certification. We're just adding the language that says at time of appointment and for the duration of employment, so that they must hold those certifications throughout their whole employment in that title.
I would agree. 20 years without job revision is a long time. I would make the motion we accept.
Second.
Sign and graphics director.
Same thing, this position was last revised in 2002. We had a recent vacancy in this position, so the department has submitted changes. Most of them are updating the computer systems and names of equipment that the position uses, which is given considering the technical aspect of this position. And they're adding that the position has the ability to supervise work of subordinate personnel.
Same, I would make the motion we accept.
Second.
Agree.
Okay. Let's see.
So the next is the appeal process that we've been discussing. I don't
Right.
know if you want to table. I didn't get the input from the fire or police. I mean, at this point, if you want to continue to still offer the appeal process, it's not gonna, we can easily send the letters out to the candidates and offer them the appeal process. So it's up to you if you want to continue the discussion on that. I don't know how much you were willing to like look at changing it, or if you just wanted to continue offering that appeal process to all candidates, regardless of the reason of disqualification.
I don't know, I just think it's an avenue for relief. I think we'd be negligent to take from potential candidates, I think, but I'd be open to discussion.
I think we've talked enough about it. I would agree that we maintain what we've have as a policy of allowing for disqualifications.
Mike?
Agree.
So we continue on the same Raina?
Okay. I will make note of that in the minutes so that we maintain the current appeal process for all candidates non-selected.
Okay. Any new business other than meeting dates? Mike, Linda?
No,
Okay, so Sandy, what are we looking at for dates?
So I put that on the agenda so that we would, or I could bring it up. The November meeting is scheduled for November 25th, which is the day before Thanksgiving. So I didn't know if you wanted to push it up a week like you normally do, or if, because we're doing Zoom, if you want to continue doing it that day.
I still think that's a bad day.
I agree. I would move it up a week if everybody's available.
So we're looking at the 18th would be the week before.
Right.
I would ask, can we move it to Thursday instead of Wednesday? I know I've got a conflict on the 18th.
That's fine with me.
I have well, I guess I could do it. I have a 6 o'clock meeting on the 19th.
Well, listen, we're gonna move. We're not, we are not gonna be around at 6, so
Okay, all right. Okay, 19th it is.
that's fair. How about December?
So December, your meeting is tentatively scheduled for December 30th, the last Wednesday of the month, which is the day before New Year's Eve. But I am also off that last week of December, so I don't know. I mean, somebody could cover for me, but I didn't know if you were off.
Sandy, you are irreplaceable. I don't know. Do you want to move it into the first week in January? I know
It's
that's a
up to
tough week
the,
for you, Mike.
Yeah, I think I could swing that. I think that shouldn't be a problem, to be honest.
So that's January 6th.
Yes.
do you want to move it to January 6th?
Sure.
Okay, now if it comes up where we have a lot of stuff happening with the police or fire hire, I can just email the commission and see if you could do a quick special meeting if we need to before
Right.
Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine.
Okay. So we'll move the regular December meeting to January 6th. 2022 or 2021. Oh, I'm already jumping a year. Sorry. And that's all I had, was just to make sure the meeting dates for November and December were cleared up before we got too far into it.
Okay.
Okay,
I don't think we have anything else, do we?
That's it.
That's
Okay. This concludes our meeting for the day. We'll see you on November 19th. Thank you, everybody, for your time.
Thank a lot.
thank you.